I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
That would be sweet, but I don't think anyone has that kind of basketball skills.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
Oh, it's like tossing a basketball.
No, I don't believe he was thrown.
He was
But
ziplined.
perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
That's not true, Kaito. Stop diverting this.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body. Bro. Huh. Oh, whoops, wrong button. That's why.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
But then what was the steel cable for?
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
Angie, what is it?
What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage.
Wing of the stage?
But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope! That's how they bridged the distance between both windows!
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
I don't know. We're not allowed to go measure it now.
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet,
And there's a bit of room on either side, so probably 50 feet.
and the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet.
Oh,
Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
so I was correct.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough! That's what she said.
Thanks, Miyu.
Wait, who said that?
It's fine.
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
This is true.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
No, I think they used the steel cable still. No, I'm sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as a rope. There we go.
This is it!
Absolutely.
The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
So they would tie that to one of the bars in the bathroom, tie the rope to the cable, and then you'd have a bunch of rope left over.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how did they use it?
They just tied the two ends together, make a like 115 foot long rope.
Okay, so
Make it 110.
first, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together.
But the rope wasn't tied to anything on the other end.
That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Something similar though.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Going to use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
What? What?
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope.
I'm sorry, you're
they
just
can't
gonna
carry a
gloss
body
over
just like
that? Why do you use rope for bugs? The rope is too big for a bug. Unless it's not. I don't want to see that bug. Confused.
Eureka! I got it!
I like how Skylar is agreeing with me here, like, what?
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Excuse me, what?
But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
We get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
No, both of his hands were handcuffed. But they could have straddled the handcuffs, I guess. But also...
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
I mean, you could climb across it, too. Mew, stop.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Kokichi! Are you lying to me again? You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it. No second chances. But obviously, the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully. Meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near? All we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Oh, I see, there's a bar it could have attached to. I didn't think about that. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. To make that work, they would have to use something else. What would that have been? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
Kaito.
It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Hey, Celestine Lindenberg. How are you doing? I had pretty high suspects on Anji, but now I'm starting to be worried about Kaito.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
What we've been doing this whole time. Okay, I can do this. I will solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on, think. Ooh, Hangman's Gambit. Okay. What was the... Yeah, Shuichi did look pretty good with his hat. What button? Ah, that's the button. O-R-P. Yeah, I'm only seeing P-O-R-E. 4-letter, 5-letter, no, 7-letter word. I can't count. And the question was... Oh, no worries. I've already played through Ultra Despair Girls. You can actually find the whole playthrough on my YouTube channel. I'm just gonna start guessing, I guess, because I can't think of the first letter, but I feel like once I have that, I'll have a much better chance. But that's gonna happen a few times. So it started with an R, actually. Because that was the only thing I missed. Retry.
We can't let it in.
So I had to start with R. Unless another letter pops up now. Okay. Rope? There's a W appearing now. I was thinking like rope tied or something. Ropeway? Like a ropeway bridge, maybe? Seems weird, but I'll try it. Yeah, ropeway bridge. Okay. That's a weird thing, but yeah.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
Okay. Yeah, zipline would have been much more logical. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something?
And drain damage.
You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
That's not true, actually. No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. What the fuck is this? In scenes where you have to deduce an image, Mind Main will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the left stick and to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the A button. The pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color are connected. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent panels will change. When all the pieces on top of the object are gone, you can select the object as an answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can press the A button to repeatedly break it. Okay. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't just mash the button. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. Thank you for understanding. Thank you, friend computer. Or friend system. Okay. Okay, so that's the item. For sure. There we go.
I see it.
It's like a weird
It's the inner tube.
Candy Crush
The rubber
game.
inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Yeah.
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
It's basically a zip line.
And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along.
Like a zip line would do.
The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people.
Fair.
The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway
That sounds scary as hell, though. Not gonna
and
lie.
used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill.
Yeah, or both.
That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Does it?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Last time?
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Actually, a good question.
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Ooh.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
That's one way of saying you fucked up bad.
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
You're getting demoted.
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
You're not supposed to interfere with the class trial.
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
It's true.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes.
The monodam is correct.
I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
I like that phrase. I'm gonna try to use that more often. Less attitude, more gratitude. Like that.
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder. That's some crazy-ass shit!
Yeah, it is.
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I 100% bet
Then,
that.
after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
Mm-hmm.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
Mm-hmm.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Yeah.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
Because they weren't allowed in the pool at nighttime, you silly.
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
And it bounced into the pool.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. It's because it was nighttime.
That's it.
No swimming in the pool at nighttime. You guys gotta learn the
If they wanted
rules.
to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
Precisely.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily if it broke.
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so
Also
low.
that, yeah.
Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope,
You wouldn't have been able to reach it from the stairs.
the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
That too.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Thanks, Himiko.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Mm-hmm. They still had a lot more to cover
What
up.
kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
Yeah.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us.
It's true.
Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough.
Mm-hmm.
Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
Yeah, that sounds like Yo.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
Yeah, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. So close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
Thanks, Kokichi.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
Kaito?
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Thanks, Kaito.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes, I have a good idea who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You
believe in my detective skills?
That's right! I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi!
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. Shit! There's only 2 suspects that this could be. And only one that's smart enough to pull it off. But why? I have to make my guess. Is it Kurumi?
It has to be you!
They were the only one in the gym that long.
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
She wasn't even on my radar.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Yes.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
Okay, prove me wrong.
Choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Alright, then tell me why it's not you.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
She's not wrong.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kurumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Whoops, wrong one. Kurumi was in the gym until a little before 9 p.m. I have to assume that is my argument.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous.
That could have been done by anyone.
No, that's wrong.